Hey guys, so I want to answer this question that was sent out no by Peter John Samonte. He's from Kuwait, and basically his question is this: how does the stock market? How did it move from the time Duterte became president? Can you please share the numbers per year and up until the end of the year as well? So that's what we're going to talk about. Let's look at this whole video will just predominantly be based on the PSEI, how the PSEI fared in all of this. So if you're new to this channel, please remember this is not really uh, this has nothing to do with politics. This is just me showing where the numbers are from the time that Duterte became president, which was 2016, to where we are now. And please remember also, when it comes to the stock market, there's always cycles. It's always about supply and demand, and there will be areas where, regardless if the economy is good, but when people are selling, more sellers bring the prices down. When more sellers bring the prices down, markets also get pummeled as well. And my chart, no, that the chart that I have is up until 2008. So this is just a 12-year chart. But if you try to go back in different crisis areas also, in the 1997 Asian financial crisis, Ramos was president. You saw the market also get pummeled and it started to drop. Then Arab became president. There was a lot of uncertainty in that time, but you saw it start to rebound a bit. Then after Gloria Macapagal Arroyo became president. So what I have right now, the charts that I have spans Gloria, NoyNoy, and Duterte's term, and that's basically the context of all of this. So before I go into Duterte's term, let's look at the 2008 crash when Gloria was president. Then let's also look at NoyNoy when he was also president as well. So this entire downward period, this is the 2008 financial crash. So we saw the markets move, from 2008, from the crash of 2008, to see it drop this much, almost half. I remember seeing the index move from 37 to 1,800 during that period of time. Then, as you all know, every time you see large drops, a bull market will also follow, especially if the large drop is very very fast, very very massive, and a lot of people are scared a bit. Then after that period, you have the 2009 period all the way up to uh, let me try to see the map. 2010, the election was up until 2010. So if you put it here, uh, somewhere around here, uh, Aquino became president June 2010. So I could put it somewhere and peg it uh, somewhere around this area. So from the time Gloria stepped down to the time that it started to drop, you saw the markets go up 113% altogether. Now, uh, just wanted to point out also when NoyNoy stepped in as president, the market was already reversing. So that's how important technical analysis is when it comes to analyzing the charts. No, the trend is always your friend when a stock starts to, especially this. If you want me to point this out, you will see this particular area here. This is a resistance area where it started to break out from, and after breaking out from that particular area, it now started and formed this particular resistance now became the new support level, and after that the market started to push up and go up as well. So that being said, what's I guess if there's one thing that you could note for NoyNoy's start, no, he started when the market was reversing. He started also close to the breakout already from the previous high, and you saw the markets go above that level. And one thing I do know is this: when a stock or a market in general breaks out from a resistance, when it breaks out from a resistance, the previous resistance now becomes a new support, and the previous resistance where it broke out from, that now becomes a new starting point. That boom, where you see markets start to push up, where you see the markets start to get better as well. So NoyNoy came in at the start of an uptrend, just to measure from this time up until 2016, no, uh, over here. We could peg it somewhere here, uh, there. So if I will try to measure it from here to here, up until NoyNoy left, it was around also 100 plus 130% return by the time he came in. So That being said, also context is always everything. NoyNoy came in after the reversal. NoyNoy came in when the market was already pushing and moving up as well. So that being said, let's continue with the analysis. I'll erase all of this so we can zoom into 2016, which is the entire study that we're also having for this video. By the way, if you're new to this channel, my name is Marvin Germo. I'm a stock market trader and investor. I've been trading the markets for more than a decade now, and the goal and the narrative of why I create videos is just really, I really believe that the stock market is one of the greatest ways for people, if they know what they're getting into, to position, but not just to position, it will also allow them to become. You can use the stock market as a source of as an asset for you. That if it's done well, it can be a source of dividends or cash flow. And if it's done well based on your own style and strategy, it's a way for you also to make money via capital appreciation, either by trading it or just by investing properly. Now, I'll try to measure it first from 2016, or from the time he stepped in. You could measure it from around here. Gawin ko na lang muna. I'll just go by it year by year, no? So it's easier for us to see and measure also. There. So this was the time he went in all the way to the end of the year. So if you'd notice it from the time he went in, this is a rough estimate. It would be better if I had my Excel sheet on. But since I wanted to do the charts, you could peg it that it was down on his first year, down 16.2% from June 2016 all the way up to December 2016. Next, so since he started at a low base also, for 2017, he ended the year somewhere here, there. So just to point it out, from the low base naman here to the end, no, when all of it was said and done, the market moved up, you could at least say 30+%. And the difference there is it created a new high that, if you notice, it was never hit before. So 2016, last 6 months of 2016, the market was down. Duterte was president. Then 2017, as he became 2017, his first full year of being president, the market was up again. Then fast forward to, please remember, when you start with a very, very, very high base, also, the common tendency is what goes up must also go down. So this is January 2018, and I remember the all-time high. I was in Iceland when that was happening. The markets hit an all-time high in 9,000. People were already saying that the market will go to 10,000. When everyone's so excited, when people always think that the market will never go down, that's when it starts to go down as well. That being said, after that large sell-off, we saw the market start to go down and start to decline all the way here. So if I'll measure it, it dropped all the way here. Just to measure it also, so from here, it dropped all the way here, December 2019. So from the highest point naman, we could say it dropped at least, not from the highest point, from the start here to the drop here, it dropped 14%. So half of 2016, when Duterte started, it was down. For the first full year, up 30.7. That was 2017. Then 2018, you could say it's its second full year. The entire market was down 14% in general. So we closed 2018 here. Now let's look at 2019, last year naman. So last year, again, the whole story was trade war. That was the biggest underlying narrative for 2019. We closed the year somewhere here. So if I'll put it all together, started the year here, then we ended the year at almost, I'll zoom in na lang para it's easier for you guys to also see. I hope you guys are learning from this. This is not exactly our technical analysis, but it's nice to also see things from a historical standpoint also. No, it's nice to see things from contexts of past, because as you all know, technical analysis is good because it allows you also to see past prices plotted into charts as well. So the market closed at 7466 December 2018. Then fast forward to just to how it ended. That how it ended 2019. It closed the year 7815. So 7815 to 7466. So it was generally slightly saan na yun? Slightly up, I guess. Saan lagay natin ending? Yan. So it was slightly nabaliktad. What happened there? And from there to here, I was slightly, we saw it slightly up. Next is, we're now here for 2020, and a lot of people all know what's happening in 2020. From this reference point to where we are now, markets are down 28% as well. So just to show you how it is, first 6 months of the year, for the Duterte 2016, down 16%, first full year up 30%, second full year down 14%, third full year slightly up, and lastly, first 3 months, first quarter of the year, index PSEI slightly down 28.2%. And as you can see, no, and even as I showed you on different precedents, there will always be movements, and it's not that we cannot predict markets, because no one can predict where the bottom is, no one can predict how high it is. That's why it's very, very important to use charts. It's very, very important for us to be able to know how to analyze where price movements are in the grand scheme of things, because that's what will allow you to know where a particular issue or where the particular market is heading. And as you can see from all of this right now, the market is generally breaking down still, but it's now starting to consolidate. But the main narrative is it still hasn't gone back to where its breakdown point was. It still hasn't reversed yet. And a lot of the parameters are telling us still that it's bearish from a short, mid, and long-term perspective. So that being said, also, just for me to measure it from 2016, let me try to see where it is from the time the Duterte started. Here, June 2016, yeah, to where we are right now, there's a drop also of almost 31%. So from midway point of 2016 to 3 plus to April 2020, it was particularly down 31.6% for this particular time frame. So let's see how it will go over the next few years, because as you all know, after a large drop, there's a bit of consolidation. Then after consolidation, you see another boom, zoom up of the market. Will the zoom up of the market happen before 2022 or before 2022 ends, or will it happen after? The reason why I'm saying this is, since we cannot guess, we cannot speculate on where it will be. Very, very important for you to just not just base your decisions on what you see on the headlines, but base your decisions on, number one, what the charts are telling you, or number two, the fundamentals. Is the growth there? Are the valuations there? Is the company that you want to position in still gonna make money after all of this is said and done? If you are into investing and you know the company will make money after all of this is said and done, then it would be prudent to buy. And again, position an amount of money that you're willing to risk. Position an amount of money that, hey, if things don't do so well, you still have extra cash that will protect and hedge you as well. And you have to understand this, since there's still a lot of uncertainty because of the virus, there's still a lot of uncertainty how this impacts the global economy. It would be very, very, very prudent to protect your cash position. It would be very, very prudent also to protect yourself, since we don't know what will happen. It's very, very important that at the end of the day, number one, you stick with what your plan is, you stick with what your goal is, you stick on how you will follow uh, your trading plan. So if your trading plan is not telling you to buy anything as of this point in time, you stick to that. If your goal is dividends and your trading plan is telling you, I will buy it because this dividend yield is attractive, then you go for that as well. At the end of the day, do not let external news items influence the way you buy and sell, because at the end of the day, it will always be about technicals. It will always be about fundamentals as well. So I hope you guys like this. This is something different. This is just me answering questions that have been sent out. So if you guys have more questions, I'll try to make videos on top of them. And I hope you like more of this type of videos. This video is raw, unedited, no logos, no music in particular, but just me sharing my thoughts and my ideas. And then from time to time, at least showing you the charts as well. So you get to analyze the grand scheme of things, the movement of the markets as well. So that's it for now. Comment also if you guys have any other stocks that you guys want me to analyze for all of you, and I'll just try to make more and more videos on top of that. But I really do hope that regardless of what happens, we see the stock market get better. And not just that, it's not also, I mentioned this in a lot of videos that indices go down, but since they're indices, they always bounce back higher than where they were before. And normally, the same stocks na kung ano yung binentahan, yun din yung binabalikan ng institutions, both local and foreign institutions as well. So there. I hope this video helps you, and I really do hope that you use this time, you use this lockdown period as a time for you to earn, and as a time for you to learn, so you eventually earn. Huwag magmamadali, kumita ng pera. Try to build the skills so that you can actually learn more on the markets. So there, I have a playlist. I'll try to put it below. It's called Lockdown Learning. It's 60 plus videos already that I created, published during the lockdown period. I hope you consume that and learn more during this period. Then I also have books that's available. You can order them via Shopee and online courses as well. The links are down below. And second, I have a second YouTube channel. It's a cartoon channel where it's illustrations of the things that I'm sharing. It's me talking plus illustrations that I hope it helps you understand the concepts of finance and investing much, much more. So I hope you got a lot from this. This is Marvin Germo. Super appreciated if you could subscribe to my channel and my second channel, both channels as well. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.